Hey, this is Brian Johnson, and I have a question for you. Are you interested in knowing how to drop more body fat faster, how to save more time, how to cook less food, how to eat less food, how to buy less food, and be more efficient at increasing your longevity ability, being more efficient at reducing inflammation and disease potentials? Are you interested in knowing how you can do that with one easy step? If you are, keep listening. And I completely agree because I've been extremely fascinated by what I'm actually going to be sharing with you tonight in our training at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on my Facebook page. So for the last couple days, you may have been seeing me do videos on intermittent fasting, and you've probably, if you're involved in the health and wellness space or just looking to have the best version of yourself, being most efficient as possible, what I'm about to share with you is undoubtedly going to change the way that you think and dramatically impact the way that you feel and show up on a daily basis in your body. So what I'm talking to you about is this hot term called intermittent fasting. Basically what that means is you go long periods of time with no food. None. And there's ways to do it and to tweak it so that you remove your abilities of getting type 2 diabetes, of coming down with certain diseases. You dramatically increase the longevity of your life, that you put your body into a healing state. You increase your HGH, which is your human growth hormone, which is what helps you to stay young. You lower your insulin levels, which is one of the main promoters in cortisol and main promoters in inflammation. And the silent death syndrome, or silent inflammation syndrome is what Barry Sears calls it. So intermittent fasting has come out with a lot of new research that has really fascinating outcomes. And for the longest time, I've been involved in the health and wellness space for 38 years. You may say, well, Ryan, you don't look that old. No, I'm not. I'm 38 years young. Cancel. I've actually been involved for 30 years. I started when I was 7 years old, and I've been involved in heavy duty and bodybuilding early in life and got to hang around professional bodybuilders when I was growing up. So I got to see a lot of the information and the wisdom that was going around at that time that truly does produce results. You may be under the impression of your breakfast is your most important meal. You may be under the impression that you have to eat a meal every 3 hours to keep your metabolism boosted up. And honestly, that was me. It was totally me for a long time. And then I got introduced to some new information, but could never find the science to back the claims that people were making. Well, now the science is here. There's PubMed studies I'm going to share with you tonight. But there's literally talks about people that will, and statistically speaking, let's see, they'll drop anywhere from 3 to 8% body fat over 3 to 24 weeks, sparing muscle tissue. Some subjects lost 4.7% of their circumference around their belly. There is staggering statistics of people increasing their metabolic rate 3.6 to 14% by eating less food, almost skipping food for an entire day. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, that sounds crazy because I've completely goes against the grain of what I have known and seen to work for so long. And here's what that means. What this means is if you travel like a lot of my high-level entrepreneurs do, if you travel, you don't have to eat for a whole day. You can totally skip eating all day long. You know how much easier it is to do that? And I'm sure you've seen videos where I go to the airport and I have a whole bag of food and all my meals and things. I don't have to do that. And you mean to tell me I can feel better? I'm going to have more success. I'm going to drop more fat. I'm going to sustain more muscle tissue. The craziest part about one of these studies, and this is on PubMed, is that you actually will conserve more muscle tissue fasting than you will on a continuously restricted caloric intake or calorically restricted diet. How nuts is that? That's completely against logic of what science and what our bodies typically will do. So what this tells me is that our bodies are mainly orchestrated. Obviously, they're created by God in his like image. So yes, it makes sense that they have the ability to do this. Just seeing the research to back all that stuff has been extremely fascinating. So I'm going to get a sip. So if you're really interested in learning how to literally cut, so if you're literally looking to cut anywhere from 10 to 15 meals a week out of the factor of you having to eat them, what I'm going to teach you tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time is going to be amazing for you. You will be able to sleep better, have less stress, increase your human growth hormone levels, which improves your body's repairing ability through repairing cells, repairing processes in our body that typically don't get repaired because we're digesting food and utilizing that energy elsewhere. So if you're truly looking to maximize your success, become more efficient, save time, save money. Like literally that probably saves me about $800 a month in groceries. Like no lie. I'll actually do the math for you too. I'll calculate that tonight. I'll actually have an answer for you of how much money that saves me on a monthly basis of food that I don't have to eat. And actually I'm doing more healthy things for my body. So if you're interested in learning more about how to make this work for you in one easy step called intermittent fasting, tonight, my invitation to you is to join me. Give yourself permission to be open-minded and give yourself permission to thrive, because tonight I'm going to give you the exact wisdom necessary for that to be a practical outcome in your life. Have an amazing day. Please share my video. I appreciate you. I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on my Facebook page. And remember, if you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness. Have a great day. Bye-bye.